Opacity. This is also considered alpha masking. So we're going to look at this. For an example, we're going to start out very simple. I found a picture of this car, and the car has this really dreary background. So what we're going to do is look at maybe changing the background of the car and doing that in a cross between of After Effects and Photoshop. Now, why would you do that? Because then you could have the sky move across if you wanted to. I don't have any footage of sky moving across, so we're going to use our imagination here. But I'm going to take and copy this image and bring it into Photoshop, where I can go File, New, OK, Edit, Paste. Alright, so our composition setting here, if we're going to image size, maybe we should knock this down to something we're going to understand. Like, for instance, 1920. Okay. 1920 by 1278. That's pretty close to what I want, and I'm just going to hit OK. Alright, next, we're going to take and look at eliminating the sky. I found some great ways to do this, so what I'm going to do here is just share with you a really nice one rather than the corny variations. Here is the quick selection tool. And here, what I'm going to do is take and make it pretty big and just brush across very quickly this area and then down. Just making sure I get everything in the scene. And then I'm going to go to refine edges. And then drop this view down to black and white. With black and white, I could see the trees. And what I'm going to do is use Smart Radius for the trees. Now you can see that the trees are coming through a little bit more, and I have holes in them. So that's great. So I'm going to hit OK. Then what I'm going to do is delete out anything that I don't want as far as the background goes. Go select inverse and then hit delete. Okay, background's gone. If I uncheck this, I have the checkerboards, and the checkerboard means full on zero opacity. Alright, so let's save this out. We'll save this as car. And as I said, I do not have any footage of clouds rolling by. You know, it's one of those things I got to do yet is get some actual footage here. So what I'm going to do is look for some. So this is going to look kind of cheesy, but just points out opacity and how it works. And we'll get one without a watermark on it. And then I'll bring this into Photoshop and save it out also. Okay, and save as. Sky. These are both PSD files, and what I'm going to do now is just go into After Effects and open up a new project. I'll open a new composition, and the new composition, what I want to do is say 1920 by 1080. Alright, I'll import my two pictures. And I'll lay down the car. And I'll lay down the sky. Now the sky is much more dramatic, right? Very cool. And you can see it does a nice job of blending. Now, this could have been a moving car. It could have been a moving sky. It's the fact that you now know that the transparency within Photoshop goes into After Effects, and you can use that. And you can move it around also. Like, if I wanted to, I can move this around. But, as I said, it looks kind of cheesy because of the fact that it's only one single frame. So I can physically jog it over, but that's not as cool. But you can do it. Alright, so that is transparency within After Effects from Photoshop. Enjoy.